Yo, what's up guys, Goblin here. I just came back from vacations and in today's video I'm gonna show you guys the best 3 decks with the new evolution in the new Clash Royale season. As always, whenever a new season starts, I want to quickly remind you guys that if you would like to support me, you can consider using creator code Goblin in the item shop, while for example getting that new evolution or with any other Supercell game is much appreciated. So the first deck we're gonna be playing is this Drill Quick Cycle deck. I would say let's just hop into the first match. Okay, let's go guys, hopping into game number 1. Of course, new season, we're gonna start the first match in league number 1, so let's give it a good luck. And we are gonna be running Cannoneer with this deck, by the way. If you guys wonder why, in my opinion, with cycle decks, Cannoneer is actually really strong right now. I saw a lot of people use Cannoneer in the end of season, and this deck, of course, as you guys already saw, cycles really quick, so in my opinion it's definitely worth it. Okay, I think the Valkyrie will end up dying. There you go. So Cannoneer, as you guys just saw, does do a really good amount of DPS. And then here I think I'm just gonna cycle Goblin Cage. I think since we're running the evolution Goblin Cage, it's very important to start cycling towards the evolution. And then here, as soon as the Mega Knight jumps, I'm gonna put a Knight directly next to the Wizard. I don't even think we need to defend the Mega Knight. 2 Cannoneers hitting it at once while also having the buffed Goblin Cage there is actually really strong. So let's go with Spear Gobs at the bridge. And then the key point about this deck is trying to apply as much pressure as possible in different ways. Most of the times you want to apply pressure with, of course, the Goblin Drill. That's kind of like your main win condition. But then there's some other situations where you can also pressure with, for example, the Goblin Cage. You can maybe create some pressure with Spear Gobs, Knight, stuff like that. So in my opinion, this deck is very versatile. It is kind of difficult to play. I must advertise some people who are not as familiar with cycle decks. Maybe this deck is a little bit hard to play, but at the same time, if you master using this deck, you can actually become a really good Clash Royale player. So let's go with a Knight here. Let's first go with a Lock as well, and then we already cycled towards the evil Goblin Cage, and we also cycled to the evil Drill. So I would like to see how much value can we get from this new evolution in this new season. By the way guys, I do want to quickly apologize because the last couple of days I've been uploading mainly videos which are already pre-recorded. I was not able to pre-record videos with the new bush in the new meta, so it did kind of change. But honestly, I haven't really seen that many people use the new bush, right? Like, I feel like not that many people have been using it. And look at the new Goblin Cage. Oh my god, it's just so crazy. Like, in those situations, it's definitely really strong. It just pulls the Mega Knight inside, and then I don't know, like, how is that even possible? Okay, let's go with a Nado here to pull the Knight and the Wizard next to each other so that the Magic Archer can splash onto both of them, hit the tower as well also, and we have a really quick cycle. So as you guys can see, we already cycled a new Magic Archer. Okay, we do need to watch out because it is an evil Valkyrie. Is probably gonna pull it, kind of directly into the Valkyrie, but still lots of damage dealt to the tower. Oh my god, left side tower down to 1125, and we're looking really good right now. Let's go with a Knight here to block those Goblins. Let's then go with Cage plus Skeletons on top of the Hawk Rider, and I would say that's already gonna be a nice and easy defense. And then afterwards I can go with a potential Magic Archer here if he decides to go. I think he's gonna go with a Mega Knight, right? Yeah, there you go. Very nice prediction with the Magic Archer, knowing that he would most likely go with the Mega Knight there. I went with the Magic Archer, yeah, as a prediction, and as you guys can see, it ended up working out very well. Okay, let's go with a Knight here. Let's then go with a Goblin Cage like this. Let's go with a Nado as well. Let's see what the Goblin Cage can do. I think it should be able to deal with the evil Knight. As you guys can see, like in those situations, I think especially if people learn how to play with the new evolution, I think it's gonna be very strong. Magic Archer is able to get only 1 shot, but still a little bit of damage dealt. 238 HP left on the left side tower, and I think this should be a good game. We can even cycle Nado, and then with the help of the Nado plus the Magic Archer, it should be tower down. As you guys can see, very nice W. See you guys soon with game number 2. Okay, let's go guys, hopping into game number 2. As always, I'm gonna be playing with each deck, a total of 2 matches. So I'm gonna play 1 more match with this deck, then we're gonna switch to the second deck, and then last but not least, I'm gonna play 2 more matches with the last deck I prepared for you guys with the Goblin Cage evolution. So let me know in the comment section down below, what is your opinion about it? Do you guys like it? Do you guys think it's too overpowered? Do you guys think it should be changed? Let me know in the comment section down below, what is your opinion on this new evolution? In my opinion, it's very, how to say, situational, I think is the right word. Like in some situations it's gonna be insanely strong, and in other situations it's just gonna feel like a normal Goblin Cage. So I'm not really sure yet. I think it's definitely potential. It definitely has a lot of potential to be very strong in some situations, but then in other situations, as I just mentioned, it's not gonna be like insanely broken. So I guess we'll find out later when the meta kind of evolves. Of course, in the first couple of days everyone is gonna try it, everyone is gonna use it, and then after a couple of days we should be able to see, okay, it's actually being used or it's not being used that much. Okay, let's see what he's gonna do here. We should have the defense available. There you go. We can go with Goblin Cage, and I think I'm just gonna go with a Knight up high just to make sure that the Firecracker is not gonna be annoying, get a lot of value, and also we get a small counter push here. Okay, he does have fireballing the Magic Archer. Look at the right side Goblin Cage. By the way, is the stats, if someone knows, comment down below. Is the stats, like, are the stats different from the Goblin Cage, which comes from the evil cage? or is it just the same brawler? Because honestly, I have no idea. I don't know if it's like stronger. I don't know if it's the same movement speed. I'm assuming it's the same, but honestly, I actually don't know. So let me know in the comment section down below if you guys do know. I would love to hear if they change something from the normal cage. Okay, let's have the cage ready again. He also has the Evo cage, but I feel like this deck doesn't really give value. Maybe in some situations a knight can be pulled by his Evo Goblin cage, but I would say in general this deck we're using is very good against the Goblin cage as well. If you guys for some reason face it, yeah, a ton these days. Okay, let's go with a knight here. Let's then go with a magic archer. I do want to make sure we do not give him too much fireball value, knowing that he has fireball. I'm going to go with the magic archer close to the left side tower where he did not deal as much damage. Then I'm going to go with lock plus skeletons here to deal with the firecracker plus the recruits. And that's already going to be tower down on the left side. In the meantime, with the Evo Goblin Jill, this deck is definitely going to be really strong. I feel like the only weakness, which might be like a really difficult matchup to beat, would be like Lava Loon, but I think against Lava Loon you still have outplay potential with the Spear Goblins, with the amount of pressure you can apply, and then also with the Magic Archer, because sometimes Magic Archers can definitely go crazy, even against Lava Loon decks. Okay, let's go with Spear Goblins here. Let's then in the meantime go with another Goblin Drill. We're gonna go with Lock as well, just to make sure that we end up killing those Zeppies as soon as possible, and then a Knight in the middle to kind of distract everything. One of the recruit did end up going to the tower, but it should be fine anyways. We have the Goblin Cage, we have Spear Goblins, we even have NATO if needed. But I think that's already gonna be a pretty good defense. We can go Skellies, we can go Lock, as you guys can see. We could try to kind of over defend, but honestly we could have even taken a little bit of damage. Very nice 2 victories. See you guys soon with game number 3. Okay guys, so the next deck we're gonna be using is this Royal Recruits deck. Very typical deck. I think everyone, when thinking about Goblin Cage, should think about this deck with the Royal Hawks, with the Zeppies, with the Flying Machine. We actually faced kind of a similar deck as we're using in the last match if you just saw it. So let's see. Let's first start off with the Dark Prince. I'm gonna go with the Recruits. And then what do you guys think is some of the best cards to kind of combine the Goblin Cage with? I saw some people use it in, for example, Splashyard instead of the Tombstone. Put the Goblin Cage. I honestly think it can fit in many different decks. I think it can fit both in like cycle decks, beatdown decks. It could even fit in, yeah, for example, Splashyard deck. Honestly, I think it's a pretty versatile evolution. Since it's a building, of course, it doesn't attack air cards, but I think it's gonna be very versatile in general. Okay, let's in the meantime go with Royal Hawks. Not really sure what he's using here, but he does have the dagger dashes. In my opinion, dagger dashes right now is not really the play. It sometimes is used by some people, but I'm honestly not a big fan of it. And I think you can already see why I'm not a big fan of it, because in some situations it just doesn't really do anything in my opinion. Okay, let's go with the E-Spirit here, kind of late, but I think it should be able to distract everything. Also, chain on top of everything. And then the Goblin Cage here in the meantime, gonna distract and also kill everything as well. Okay, he does have Void Spell, we do need to watch out, but I think even if he goes Void Spell, he should be, really low. He even goes with a Zep, but the Zep is not really gonna do much. Balloon is gonna get one shot. Why did I not go with Zeppies? I didn't really want to overspend. I'd rather take a little bit of damage, and then afterwards, as you guys can see soon, I'm probably gonna be able to make a really big push on both lanes and deal way more damage than that one balloon hit. I honestly don't really care about the balloon connecting there. So let's go with the Evil Recruits. Let's prepare, I think, the Zeppi Split, and then we can afterwards go, let's go with Zeppi Split for sure. And then afterwards, I'm gonna prepare my Royal Hawks or even potential Dark Prince, but I think Royal Hawks is gonna be better. Okay, my friend, I'm not sure about that Void Spell, to be honest. I think he's like 0 elixir right now. Okay, he did have a little bit of elixir. I did not even expect him to have any elixir there. He does go with the Skeleton Dragons, but it's still gonna be a ton of damage. Left side tower goes down. Right side tower should also be a lot of damage, as you guys can see. Brings down the right side tower down to 1,484. And I think at this point, we're just gonna cycle from the back again. Okay, let's go with the Dark Prince towards the right side. We do need to be careful. He might go in for a balloon push, but honestly, seeing that he has Void Spell, seeing that he has Zep, I don't even think he has a way of killing our Zeppi. So let's go with the Flying Machine here. He does end up going with a Void Spell. Void Spell is going to get a little bit of value, but it's not going to kill all of our troops. And he's now mainly focused on defense. Well, he still needs to take one of our towers. So I think this should be a really good situation for us. Unless something crazy happens here in the last 25 seconds. I honestly don't really see how he can make a comeback. We still have a really good defense available as well. We can go with Dark Prince plus Royal Hawks to keep out the pressure. If he goes with a balloon, we have the Flying Machine, we have the Goblin Cage. I think this should be a good game, and it probably should even be, second tower down on the right side. So very nice victory, so far undefeated. I honestly must say, it is of course the first day of the new season, so most of the times the opponents you're gonna face might be a little bit worse. But anyways, we need to get the League 10, so let's keep going. Okay, let's go guys. So far, 3 out of the 3 games have been really nice victories. Let's see if we can keep it up. I'm gonna play, as I mentioned before, one more match with this deck, 2 matches with each deck. So let's try and see if we can get one more victory with this Royal Hawks deck. And then afterwards, we're gonna switch to the last deck. So let's start off with a Goblin Cage here. Looks like this guy does have Sparky, so we need to be careful because the Sparky It's not gonna directly kill the Goblin Cage, but we do need to be careful afterwards because it might be able to get some value. I'm gonna prepare my Royal Recruits, or do I not even need to? Maybe I don't even need to, because as you guys can see, he doesn't even tank the Sparky. I was expecting him to maybe go with, for example, okay, he does go with Elixir Golem. We need to be careful, guys. He has Sparky, Wizard, Elixir Golem. This is the typical deck. You kind of think like, what is he running? But then in the end, it's still like a really difficult matchup. So we need to be very, very careful here. Okay, let's go with the E-Spirit on the left side. Let's then go with the Dark Prince here towards the right side. I think I'm going to let the Wizard be, even though it's going to get quite a lot of value. Then afterwards, I'm going to try and save up for the Royal Recruits here. Might be a little bit risky because we are taking a lot of damage, as you guys can see, but I think the counter push afterwards on both lanes should be able to get a little bit of damage. As you guys can see, he spent 8 elixir on the right side, Executioner plus arrows. I don't think he has any elixir left right now. He might be at like 2-3 elixir maximum, but as you guys can see, he has nothing in hand right now to be able to defend the left side. He only just now got to one card to defend, but it's already way too late. Your tower is gone, my friend. And instead of defending the Executioner, I'm just going to go with some Royal Hook towards the right side. As you guys can see, I don't think he has much elixir once again, or a good response. I don't think he had enough for the Barbarians there, and the Royal Hawks in the meantime are going to get a ton of damage. Might even be close to tower down, honestly. I think that might be tower down, right? 144, 63, there you go. Right, the tower goes down as well. And just like that, we're in a huge, advantage. How do you say that? In a very good situation, actually. Okay, let's go with the Seppies here in the same lane. I'm really curious to see if we can go with a Goblin Cage against the P.E.K.K.A. That will be amazing. Okay, he does go with the Elixir Golem. Should I go with Goblin Cage already, or should I try to... Okay, I have an idea, guys. Is this too crazy? I don't know if this is too crazy. Maybe... Okay, did I just... I don't know. I think... I was about to say, did I just end up throwing? But honestly, that was a great play, right? Like, I wasn't really sure. I was like kind of like processing the defense or the play I just made. But honestly, I think that worked out very well. We ended up fully or almost fully countering the P.E.K.K.A. That Elixir Golem got also distracted while it pulled the P.E.K.K.A. So I think that was a really nice play, actually. So that's actually interesting. I played the Goblin Cage like all the way here. Normally you would play like the Goblin Cage on your side of the field, but in that situation I think it actually worked out really well for us. So let's go with a second flying machine. Let's go with some Royal Hawks here into the left side lane, and I think this should be pretty much a good game. There's 20 seconds left. Even if we don't end up 3-counting this guy, there's no way that he's gonna take our double tower, and I think we should even be able to 3-count him at this point. Let's go with arrows here to try and kill all those barbarians, all that. Flying machine in the meantime, going crazy on the king tower. That is indeed gonna be a 3-count. Very, very nice matches so far. See you guys soon with the last deck of today's video. Okay guys, I kinda mentioned it already in the beginning of the video. I saw some people run Splashyard with the Goblin Cage evolution, and that is exactly what we're gonna be doing for the last 2 matches here in this video. Hopefully you guys are enjoying the video so far. If you are, please make sure to smack the like button, and also if you're not subscribed to the channel, I would really appreciate it, because we're getting close to the 50,000 subscribers on this channel. That's amazing. Honestly, thank you guys so much. Okay, let's go with the Goblin Cage here towards the left side. Let's go with the Baby Dragon on the Sparky. Another Sparky player. I don't think this guy's gonna be running Elixir Golem Sparky P.E.K.K.A., but who knows? I mean, we just faced it, so yeah, you never know. Okay, let's in the meantime go with a Barbell to distract the Sparky. Looks like he does also go with a mini P.E.K.K.A. I'm gonna go Wizard into the left side lane. And by the way, this deck is gonna be even stronger after the balance changes, which I believe come tomorrow, right? Can anyone confirm me? Well, I think if you guys are watching this video, by the way, it's already gonna be the 6th of August. So I think maybe if you're watching this video, the balance changes are gonna be live already, and the Ice Wizard is gonna have a plus 50% radius buff. So that's actually a lot of percentage, I guess. Okay, let's go with a Baby Dragon here off to the side. That Goblin Cage should be able to help us out quite a bit against the Goblin Giant, even though it's gonna distract it only for a little bit. I think it still should be able to deal a good amount of damage towards it. Then here I'm gonna go with Barbell plus a Graveyard. I think it's a good moment to go with the Barbarian first to take out all of the ammo from the Dagger Dashes, and then here we can maybe try and go with a NATO, just making sure that I don't activate the King Tower, because if you do activate the King Tower with Graveyard, you're in a pretty big problem. So always try to, if you go with a NATO offensively, try to time it well, try to take a little bit of your time, and then afterwards make sure that you end up getting the NATO without activating the King Tower. Okay, I'm gonna go Goblin Cage here. Goblin Cage against Sparky, very good play, because as you can see, Sparky shoots the cage, the Brawler spawns, and then the Brawler afterwards just deals a lot of damage to the Sparky. And if there's any troop like with, in this situation, like a Knight or anything, it also should be able to deal a good amount of damage against the other troop next to the Sparky. Okay, let's go with the Knight here towards the left side. I think we're in a really good situation. We actually dealt a ton of damage, and I feel like these type of matchups for Splashyard, for Graveyard, in single elixir, you need to be really careful. Afterwards in double, I think you should be able to be fine, like cycling and just playing kind of defensively. Okay, I'm gonna go Barbell here. I'm gonna go Goblin Cage here in the middle. I'm not sure if we can. No, we will not be able to pull. I'm gonna go NATO afterwards as well, just making sure that we kind of... No, there was a bad NATO. Okay, there was actually a really bad NATO, but no problem. I think we still should be fine. yeah, as you guys can see, that should be able to distract Golden Giant long enough. The Sparky is gonna, I think, kill the Brawler. Yeah, it's definitely gonna kill it. That was actually pretty close, but it still end up shooting. And I think in these situations, whenever you have a lot of damage dealt to their left side tower, don't kind of panic, guys. Like in that situation, maybe someone would have went with a Graveyard, maybe it would have went with another troop. I think in those situations, just try to kind of play yeah, passive, I guess. Okay, let's go with a Baby Dragon here. How does the Baby Dragon not shoot the minions? Oh my god, I'm actually, wait, am I gonna lose this? No, I don't think so, right? There's no way we're gonna lose this. I'm gonna go with Ice Wizard up high, making sure that Sparky is not able to splash onto our Ice Wizard plus our tower at the same time. And then we just need to keep patient, try to get as good defense as possible right here. Okay, let's go with the Goblin Cage. He is doing a good job at pressuring us with the mini P.E.K.K.A opposite lane. That's definitely a play, which is kind of annoying us at the moment, but I think we still should be fine. We have the Evil Goblin Cage. Evil Goblin Cage is able to get a lot of value, plus the Barbarian Barrel, plus the Poison defensively actually clean up everything. And I think here's a good moment to once again go in with the Graveyard. Let's go with a Baby Dragon here at the bridge as well. And once again, I'm going to prepare the Nado if needed. I think I'm going to go Nado already. Not even sure if it was necessary, but I think we should be able to take the tower here. Let's see, Baby Dragon is indeed splashing, getting a ton of damage. And what a nice gameplay there with this Splashyard deck. 5-0 in the video so far. Let's see if we can get that 6-0. Okay, let's go, guys. Let's try and get that 6-0. Let's give him a good luck and let's see what deck he's gonna be facing, or what deck we are gonna be facing, what deck he's gonna be running, I should say. Let's start off with the Ice Wizard right away. And let me know in the comment section down below, what of the 3 decks we played in today's video is your favorite? Is it this Graveyard deck? Is it the Royal Recruits deck? Or is it the Drill Quick Cycle one? Okay, let's go with a Knight here towards the left side. Let's see what he's running with. Rescos could be potential Lockbait deck, could be something else as well. But I would say 9 out of the 10 times when you see Rescos, it's gonna be some kind of spammy deck, some kind of Lockbait deck. Okay, maybe I should have went Barbell actually on those skeletons. I guess it's fine. Let's go with a Barbell here towards the right side, and then we just need to be careful by being aggressive, because usually against these type of decks you want to kind of play patient, I would say. Okay, let's go with a Goblin Cage here. Let's then go with the Ice Wizard off to the side. I do need to be careful because these type of decks, even though we have triple spell, well actually we have 4 spells if you count the Graveyard as well. Even though we have Poison, Nado, Barbell, these type of spam decks, especially in single elixir, can be very scary. So I would say try to, once again, I would say in general actually with this deck, like try to kind of play passive in single elixir unless you have like a really good counter push, unless you have a really good situation where you're thinking like, okay, here I should definitely go with Graveyard. I would say if not, just try to play patient. Like honestly, try to be very patient with this deck. Don't go in for a Graveyard. Like for example here, never go with a Graveyard. Just try to play patient, try to wait, and then whenever you get a good opportunity in double elixir. Also, if you looked at the last match against a Sparky player, I tried to be very patient during all match, and then afterwards, I think we only did like 2 Graveyard attacks, and then with those 2 Graveyard attacks, we actually got an insane amount of damage. Okay, so yeah, definitely a difficult one here, even though as I said we have triple spell, we should still be very careful against these type of matchups. Okay, he does go with the Recruits. We have the Evil Brother towards the right side, we have the Ice Wizard as well. I think I'm just gonna go Evil Knight in the left side lane. I think the Wizard plus the Goblin Cage should be able to deal a little bit of damage on the right side, and we can always go with a Barbell there as well, trying to help out the defense a little bit. Okay, let's go Barbell, let's go with Goblin Cage as well. And then hopefully, okay, we do need to be careful because if not, I think the Firecracker might be able to connect. And then here's a pretty good moment to go Graveyard. Why? Because I still have the Baby Dragon, I still have the Knight, and I will be able to also get a Poison down if needed. But I think we don't even need to. I think I'm just gonna let this be, try to afterwards cycle back to another Graveyard, and hopefully get the damage going. Okay, let's go with a Knight here onto the right side lane. I think I'm gonna take the damage on the left side lane. If you look at both towers, we can afford taking some damage on the left side lane. Don't be afraid to equal up the damage, because you can kind of afford it, I guess. Okay, let's go with a Poison on the left side, trying to take care of this Firecracker. Let's then go with the Ice Wizard here to help kill those Recruits, to kill the Skeletons, and let's go with another Baby Dragon. So as you guys can see, as soon as you hit double elixir with these type of decks, you're always gonna feel way more, I guess, like comfortable. How do you say that? Like way more confident. Because you just have more elixir to deal with. Like in single elixir, you can, or they can get you without any elixir, and it is gonna be kind of scary to get the damage. But now slowly but surely we are making our comeback here. Okay, let's go with Barbell. Let's go with a Poison here as well. Hopefully the Poison can kill the Firecracker. Not sure if it's able to. Maybe the Baby Dragon can help us out. Not gonna completely kill it, but still pretty good situation. And I think if we don't make any big mistakes, we should have this W. We do need to watch out. Oh my god, the left side as well with those wall breakers. Okay, one of them does end up connecting. Right side lane is also getting a lot of damage. It's definitely not over yet, guys, so we need to be careful here. Okay, I think I'm just gonna Nado all those Goblins, the Firecracker as well, to try and kill it right away. And then I think his only spell, which he showed, is the lock. So that's definitely something good for us. I don't think he has a way of killing or dealing damage to our tower. So if we play patient here, even make it to triple elixir, I would say that we should be in a really good situation. So I'm just gonna try and focus on defense here, try to not take any damage, please. The wall break, oh my god, the wall breaker still ends up connecting. Okay, we can still do it, guys. Even though it's a really difficult situation, trust me that we can still do it. Okay, let's go with the ice fist here towards the right side. I think I'm gonna cycle. Okay, let's go with a poison first. I need to be very careful with the firecracker because he's gonna go firecracker at any moment right now. There you go, there's the firecracker. I knew that that was coming. I just knew that that was coming, and I think here we should be able to try and go in for a graveyard push. Let's go with Baby Dragon, let's go with the graveyard as well. I don't think he has anything good in cycle right now. As you guys can see, he needs to Goblin Gang on top of the Baby Dragon. In the meantime, those skeletons are stacking up. That's a lot of damage dealt, and I think we do have the W here. There you go, skeletons are gonna connect. Poison is able to take down the left side tower, and that's gonna be a 6-0 flawless video with the best 3 decks with the new evolution in Clash Royale. I like playing with this new evolution. It's definitely kind of tricky how to use it in some situations, but I think if you master how to use it, it's definitely a really fun evolution, and it has an insane potential, like super strong in some situations. So that's gonna be it for today's video, guys. Hopefully you guys enjoyed it. If you did, please make sure to smack that like button. If not, subscribe to the channel yet, feel free to subscribe, and I hope to see you guys in one of my next videos. Take care, guys.